little mistake right here. Now, just picking up where I left off in the last video, I'm not going to build this entire page for you. I think that you get the idea by now. You need to replace these images and their text. So all these pages are the same. They just have a div nav. They have a div 1, div 2, division 3, and then this little dealio here for the XHTML 1.0 W3C logo. Okay, so you're just making copies. The only other thing that you'll need to do that's a little bit different, and I'm going to let you figure out how to do that, is you need to create the home page for this site, and I want it to look like this. So look, it still has that div nav on it, and then 1, 2, 3 divs and this little W3C logo. It just doesn't have all the text that the other pages have, right? So just make another copy of that. When you want to create an image link, here's how you do it. I'm going to show you an example of an image link, not specific to this exercise, but just in general how it's done. And I want you to kind of work through this on your own to get it really done. For example, what I'm trying to say is this Alta Vista logo. I want this, when you click it, to go to one of your pages that you created right here in this site, okay? And it needs to be the Alta Vista home search page that you created. All right, or the Google one. So here, I'm going to use this example. I'm going to point this page to itself because this is the Google page. All right, let's save it. And there's my Google logo. And if I want to turn that into an image link, I certainly can. Here's what I'm going to do. This is my image right there. I'm just trying to isolate it. It's all this stuff. And I can wrap an anchor tag around it. And I could browse for a file, which I'm actually going to do. And I'm going to just go up to my week 3 folder and then find my Google page, because I'm trying to point to my Google page, the index, and there it is, index.html, and I just click on it, and there's me a link. Alright, so there's my opening anchor tag. Well, guess what? I have to close my anchor tag at the end, wrapping it all the way around all of this image code. So here, let me even put it down here so we can kind of see what we've done. We've wrapped the anchor tag, opening and closing, around the image tag. Okay, what does that do for you? It creates an image link. So I'm going to save this page and then preview it in Firefox. And see how it creates this little box around the Google logo, and if I clicked it, I would go to this page. I just linked to my own page. So I want you to figure out how to link to the other pages in your site using this technique. Okay, that's one thing. Now, let's say that you're all done. I'm closing that out. Let's say that you're all done. You feel really good about the work that you've done. Here's what you can do to upload your site. You could pick on an individual file and hit this little up put arrow, but you'd have to put all of your individual files up one at a time, and that's not very efficient. If you had hundreds of pages, that would be a very long cycle. So here's what I would tell you to do. Click on this week 3 folder, because if you really think about it, week 3 has everything in it, right? What's going to happen when you put that week 3 folder up is Dreamweaver's going to put up all of the files that are underneath that folder. So let's watch and see what happens. Won't take too long. You can see them going up one at a time. The Madonna, another index page right there. Snopes, Wired, Yahoo, and we're done. Now I'm going to expand using this little button so that I can see what went up. There's my public underscore HTML file, and there's my week 3. You can see everything went up. So there's everything. So Dreamweaver has made a duplicate copy of what you have on your local side on the server, on your remote server. Now, how do you go about finding that? Well, in my case, it's a little different, and I'll try to show you what I mean by that. I'm going to go up to my web server, which is jordiculous.com, and I created, and you won't have to do this part right here, public underscore HTML. If you're using 000 web hosts, you don't have to type the public underscore HTML. You just have to type your domain name and then week 3, and watch what happens. Wrong place. Oh, that's right, I moved it. Alta Vista, week 3, Alta Vista /. And there's my file. So in your case, your URL would probably look something like that. Okay? Just depends on how you created your folder structure. If you did it like I originally thought you were going to, maybe you would have your path that looks like that. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see that. Let me show you one more time all of this. jordiculous.com /, and I created this special folder called public underscore HTML, but you already have one on 000 web host, so you don't have to type that part. Week 3, Alta Vista, and there's my page. Okay, on yours, if you're using 000 web host, it would probably look something like that. Or let's say you created an XHTML C folder, it might look like that. Okay, so if you have any trouble finding your URL, just email me, let me know that. Good luck.